Hi everybody, welcome to PinkyTech. I'm Joe, and today we're going to take a look at the Kingston A2000 500GB NVMe drive. Now this is a PCIe Gen 3 drive that boasts read and write speeds of 2200 megabits per second and 2000 megabits per second respectively. The drive supports a full security suite of encryption if you're into that sort of thing, and you should be into that sort of thing. It also comes in 250 gig or 1 terabyte capacities if you need more or less storage. And then running the Crystal Disk Mark utility showed that the drive was performing on par with the stated specifications. In addition, file transfers were nice and consistent with no big drop-offs after the initial burst, which is an issue you can have on some budget NVMe drives. Now this drive does not come with an M.2 heatsink, so I used the one that came with my motherboard, and I do recommend an M.2 heatsink for any drive that you install because keep in mind with NVMe drives, bad temperatures can equal poor performance. Now if you don't have an M.2 heatsink or if you don't want to go out and purchase one for this drive, just make sure your case has plenty of good airflow going over the drive and you should be just fine. Now I think this is a good drive for the price. It's not as expensive as the Sabrent Rocket or the Samsung 970 Evo Plus, but it's also not as expensive as those drives, as those drives cost about 1.5 times or 2 times the cost of this particular drive. But this drive also isn't the slowest on the market, beating out the silicon power that I currently have in my rig, as well as some of the cheaper alternatives from, let's say, Team Group or Inland Premium, etc. Now while on paper this drive is 3 to 4 times faster than a standard SATA SSD, if you're using it solely for gaming, you're not really going to notice a performance difference, and you can take a look at this video up here, I think up here, somewhere up here, where I compared SATA to NVMe drives, and you won't really notice it as there's a negligible difference in game load times and boot times for the operating system. However, if your gaming PC also doubles as, let's say, a film editing PC or something you do 3D modeling on, or some other tasks where you're constantly transferring large files, you'll certainly notice a difference. That being said, if you just want to get rid of all the extra cables from your machine to give it a nice clean overall aesthetic, I would certainly recommend an NVMe drive for that as well, even if you may not get the full performance gains out of it. So if you have any questions about this particular drive or any other NVMe drives that are on the market or just PC building in general, make sure you leave a comment down below, or better yet, join the PinkyTech Discord server. The invite will be in the description down below. If this video helped you, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. If it didn't, I mean, you could dislike it, but you made it this far anyway. You might as well just like it. At any rate, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.